One evening, deep within the tangled forests of India, a pair of wolves prowled the undergrowth, searching for their next meal. The jungle hummed with the quiet sounds of night, the rustling leaves, the distant calls of wild creatures. Unexpectedly, from the edge of their den, a small human child crawled towards them, lost and vulnerable amid the towering trees. The wolves, surprised, recognized human scent, a dangerous thing in the wild. Yet, as they drew closer, their instinct shifted. Instead of treating the child as prey, they were filled with compassion. The cub's wide eyes revealed no threat, only confusion and fear. This child was Mowgli, torn from his family by tragedy. Earlier that evening, Shere Khan, the great striped tiger, had stalked and attacked a nearby village. As chaos erupted, Mowgli became separated from his parents, finding himself alone and defenseless in the middle of the unfamiliar jungle. The wolf couple, guided by an unspoken kindness, adopted this lost boy. The mother wolf, noticing his smooth, hairless skin, decided to name him Mowgli, or Little Frog, for he reminded her of a young wolf cub, not yet grown into its fur. As dawn broke, the wolf pack gathered. Tensions quickly rose when Shere Khan himself slunk from the shadows, his amber eyes burning with intent. He demanded that the wolves hand over the child, declaring that a human belonged to him. The pack refused. The leader, wise and wary, knew the tiger's heart brimmed with hatred for mankind. To protect Mowgli, the wolves called upon allies, Baloo, the gentle bear who taught the laws of the jungle, and Bagheera, the silent black panther whose wisdom was matched only by his stealth. From that day, Mowgli became not just another mouth to feed, but a child watched over by some of the jungle's mightiest protectors. Mowgli's life in the forest became a blend of discipline and adventure. Under Baloo's patient guidance, he learned the meaning behind every rustle, the purpose behind every call. Baloo spoke of the laws of the jungle, a set of rules every creature lived by, rules that ensured balance and survival. Bagheera, who moved like shadow among shadows, taught Mowgli how to travel silently, to be aware of unseen dangers, and to observe the world not just with his eyes, but with his intuition. Days unfolded into months. Mowgli learned to climb trees as deftly as any monkey, to swim with the otters, to catch snakes by the tail without fear. He befriended the birds and small creatures of the underbrush, showing respect to all life, great and small. Yet, even within this paradise, the menace of Shere Khan lingered. The tiger pursued Mowgli relentlessly, for he believed the boy's presence would one day bring ruin to the jungle. Still, Mowgli thrived. Baloo and Bagheera's friendship deepened his understanding of loyalty, humility, and the strength found in unity. But Mowgli's journey through the jungle was to grow harsher. One fateful afternoon, while playing near a creek, he was seized by the Bandar-log, monkeys renowned throughout the forest for their unruly behavior and disdain for the jungle's laws. The monkeys, fascinated by his human abilities, whisked him away to a crumbling city lost beneath the vines. Their chaotic world was a whirl of shrieking voices and restless swinging limbs. They begged Mowgli to teach them man's tricks, to create fire, to build with tools, cravings rooted in envy and misunderstanding. News of Mowgli's abduction spread swiftly. Baloo and Bagheera, frantic, knew that to face the Bandar-log's numbers, they needed help. They turned to Kaa, the enormous python whose cunning was matched only by his strength. Together, they mounted a daring rescue, descending on the ruined city with courage and resourcefulness. The monkeys proved no match. Kaa's hypnotic gaze and coiling power frightened them into flight, and Mowgli was rescued. In the aftermath, though comforted by his friends, Mowgli felt a new unease, a growing awareness that he existed between two worlds, belonging to neither fully. He was not a wolf, but he was not wholly a man either. As time passed and Mowgli grew older, the threats against him multiplied. Shere Khan's hatred grew relentless and impatient. The wolf pack, once united, was changing. Akela, the once proud leader, was now old and weakening. Some of the younger wolves eyed Mowgli with suspicion, swayed by Shere Khan's poisonous whispers. Mowgli understood that to survive, he needed a power only humans wielded. Fire. The red flower, as the animals called it, was feared by all. Mowgli slipped into a nearby human village, observed the people tending their flames, and with cleverness and determination captured fire in a clay pot. Armed with fire, Mowgli faced Shere Khan for the final time. Flames illuminated the darkness, ember and shadow dancing with every step. Shere Khan roared in defiance, but the fire turned the tide. Mowgli drove the tiger away, the red flower proving more powerful than teeth or claws. In the end, Shere Khan met his fate, vanquished by the very thing he feared most. Yet, victory carried a heavy price. The wolf pack, seeing Mowgli wield the weapon of man, turned their backs. He had crossed a boundary that could not be undone. With sadness, Mowgli realized the jungle was no longer his home. He left the only family and friends he had ever known, venturing back to the world of humans. In the village, Mowgli found shelter with a woman who understood loss, for she had lost her own child. She cared for him as family. Yet, among her people, Mowgli was marked as different. His strange ways, his lack of deceit, set him apart. The villagers gossiped and plotted, jealousy and suspicion growing with each passing week. Mowgli struggled with the complexities of human society. Unlike the honest rules of the jungle, the village played by subtler laws woven from words and hidden intentions. When danger finally closed in, Mowgli remembered where his true heart lay. Summoning the voices of his old friends, he called out to the jungle for help. Animals answered. In the shadow of the forest and the light of the moon, Mowgli slipped away from humans and animals alike. He chose a life between two worlds, carrying with him the wisdom of wolves and the heart of a man. He wandered the edge of the jungle, never forgetting the lessons of loyalty, courage, and the quest to find one's own place in the world. For Mowgli, neither wholly wolf nor truly man, the adventure of belonging would last a lifetime, guided always by the spirit of the jungle.